It's like it's not about the clarity of what you're saying. It's the words.
I can hear everything you're saying.
I made out all the sentences. The fact is that they just weren't sense. They made no sense. They made no sense.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's happening, pals, new and old? Welcome back to the 12th episode of the PALS podcast. Woo! Yes, we're here.
Hey.
We're back. The PALS podcast is a weekly conversational podcast where 3, sometimes 4, sometimes 12 best friends come around to talk about a smorgasbord of things, all centered around one big topic. The snickering that you hear to my left.
You still said Borg.
You know what?
Borg.
I'm not giving up on that.
Yeah, I like it. All right, I like it.
We have, for his second appearance,
Third appearance.
I'm such a bad host. On his third appearance of the PALS podcast, Ryan Hovland, everybody.
Woo! Or Hove, or
Ryan
Hove.
Hove.
Yes.
I don't know what my name.
We're in the transitional period of your name.
Yeah.
Where it's like okay to say one thing.
Dude, it's undecided, honestly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm applying to all these jobs, and I'm putting like.
Are you putting Hove?
I'm putting Hovland on my application, and I'm linking to a website that says Hove, and I have got no callbacks.
Maybe you should.
They're like, this is not the same guy.
You should put the name you want to be called.
How do I change? Like, I don't know. Whatever.
How do I change?
How do I change my name?
Well,
because then like, what do you put on the application? And they're like, yeah.
So I think maybe the reason you're not getting called back.
Yeah, I think so. I think they're like, who is this guy? And then, or it's just because my shit's trash.
My shit is trash.
That could be that. But I don't know.
doubt that.
We'll see.
To my right, directly across from Ryan, we have Carter Kanopik, first timer.
Thank you.
We're taking his podcast virginity today, ladies.
Yeah, this is my first PALS appearance and my first podcast ever.
First podcast ever, really?
Yeah.
Wow, I'm honored. I really am.
Have you been on a lot of podcasts, right?
No, I don't. This is my only one.
Okay.
Well, yes, he has. This is his third one. Is it the same show? You bet.
You bet. Absolutely.
Well, besides my own podcast, which is Friends.
What?
The Friends
Excuse me?
podcast.
Oh, understood.
Yeah.
Similarly named after what's that
Well,
one?
we have 3
PALS?
people, 4 people, sometimes 12.
Oh.
Talk about a smorgasbord of
I
material.
understand.
It's really fun.
Cool. Yeah. Do you have a Patreon?
Speaking of.
Moving on. No, so Carter, we were on set together this weekend,
We were.
and we were doing reshoots for the movie that the 3 of us have worked on, specifically more so you two. Sometimes
No,
three
you
of
were
us.
you were
The
there
three of us.
for the
Yep.
long haul. of
you
it.
guys brought me on as just a young lad.
Now let's
Little
work on
18-year-old
this.
boy.
Now he's a 19-year-old man. And we were talking, we were like, you know what, let's do a podcast with 3 bros, the 3 guys, the 3 daddios.
Yeah, we've been through a lot. I mean,
We-
yeah.
We've been through rainstorms in Iowa.
Oh my
Rainstorms
God.
in Lincoln. We've
Rainstorms-
been through all the rainstorms.
You know
All
what?
the climate change.
Yeah.
I think that the true test of friendship is the amount of rainstorms you've been in.
Dude, well,
we've
we're
accomplished.
best fucking friends then.
Yeah,
because-
seriously.
God.
Every set, it rained twice during Alejandra, didn't
Yeah,
it?
no, I think we got like 3 weather delays over the
Good
course of
God.
2 weekends.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, the weather this whole year has been awful. I mean,
I think for the foreseeable future, well, for the rest of human history, I think
Humanity.
it will be
it's
kind of
just
crazy.
so like, yeah. I mean, this winter's never gonna end.
Dude,
Oh
no.
my gosh, it's just the worst. All right, we're
Yeah.
done being old people.
Yeah.
Talk about the weather.
Yeah. So Carter, you're here for your first time. Are you nervous at all?
I was a little nervous. I'm just getting into it, but
You're in. You're
see,
in, big cat.
I'm like aware of the audience right now.
Don't be. They're not here.
Yeah, they
know.
don't exist.
I think
Well, yeah. Back in the back corner, we've got our 3 audience members.
the live audience. You should do a live audience.
Eventually, we start selling out theaters and doing podcasts in theaters.
Oh,
That'd be
yeah.
tight.
That'd be
Never.
sick.
We'll see. Moving into housekeeping. Yeah, Ryan knows. Housekeeping.
Oh God.
You gotta cut that.
I didn't say anything. No, it's a bit off that. What's that one movie? It's got the one guy. He's dead now.
Weekend at Bernie's.
No, it's the big. What's his name? The big fat guy. He's dead now.
Chris Farley?
Yeah. There's that one.
Oh,
there's
man.
another podcast I listen to that does the housekeeping thing, and they play the recording
Oh,
where it's
from
like,
him?
"Housekeeping, can
I
I
think-
jerk you off?"
Is that-
That's literally what she says. And he's like, "What kind of hotel is this?" That's
I don't know the movie though. I feel like that'd be like an SNL skit.
Is it Tommy Boy?
It could be Tommy Boy. Oh, with Spade and where he's knocking on the door and Spade's in the hotel
See,
room.
so
yeah.
we weren't purposely being racist.
Well, I was just I
were
was
being
playing
an
up the
ass.
stereotype for
Ah,
sure.
got
I was
it.
not referencing a movie. So
You just dug your own grave, dumbass. So moving into housekeeping, remember, pals, that you can support us if you like what we do over at patreon.com/palsbeanpals. You can join our little motley crew of patrons over there by helping us out at the $2 level, which gets you an e-thank you card, the $5 level, which gets you a part of the Casino Royales. And then lastly, at the $15 tier, you can be a part of the Big Chungus patrons, which we do have another one of those this week. We will be calling them out shortly. I just got to... Oh, we like that. Okay. Sorry, I just got a very exciting text messages regarding this show.
Yay!
You'll find out very soon.
Okay.
Ooh, anticipation.
Something to stay for. Yeah.
You
Stay
can
around
chat
for.
with us. You can send us your little comments, your little fan arts, your little social security numbers, your
I don't know if you can chat with us. We don't have like a live.
Well, I mean, listen.
Parker's monitoring that live chat 24/7.
Hey, honey, how was your day? You doing good? Did you butter the ham? I need to make sure.
You know, if you get like, if you did this on YouTube, you could like get a live chat going where they can donate to get like their comments heard.
Oh,
I mean,
like
you'd have to have like quite a few listeners, but hey,
There's 3 people checking in. Hey, how's it going? My mom, my
Read my-
dad.
You could bring back the car doc live
Oh God.
and then
Oh,
do it
car
on
doc
YouTube.
live.
I mean, eventually, we're talking about all this expansion and doing video
Yeah.
stuff and whatnot. It would be cool if we did the shows live on Twitch and then had the comments come
Yeah.
in, you know?
yeah.
But anyway, you can chat with us through pals.penpals@gmail.com for our mailbag segment, Pen Pals.
Oh yeah.
You know, well, you might be lucky enough. We'll pull your mail out of the old bag and read it live. So, yes, Ryan, you have a question. You're looking inquisitive.
Yeah. If you do the pen pals, can you like? I know you said like fan art and stuff like that, but can you
Yeah.
just like be like, yo, what up?
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
just ask your question or something.
Yeah, hit us up, ask a question. Well, I mean, asking a question is more specific to Casino Royales, where
okay.
we'll let you know that week's big topic ahead of time, and then you can send us your question. You get put into a raffle to get put on old Robert over here.
Give him a spin.
Give him.
Get that sound.
Oh yes.
You should give him his
That's
own
enough.
mic. You should hook up mic.
Well,
4
see,
to
Carter,
Robert.
that's your job. When we get there, I'll cue you. I'll kill you, big
Okay,
guy.
all right.
You got to put him right in his mouth. You got to put that mic in his mouth.
All right, I'm on it.
You
So is that
understand?
all
Yeah.
facilitated through Patreon then?
That's right.
Oh, okay.
And you can find out more information over at patreon.com/palsbeanpals.
Yeah.
Do you like that?
Not
little-
Patron when I tried to Google it.
This idiot.
Patron. Yeah, I was like, I can't find this
It
shit
brings
anywhere.
you to a very different website.
Yeah. Well, equally fun.
Yeah.
Equally fun. Yeah, the website is just a hoot. You can also keep up to date with what we're doing over on our social media at palsbeanpals_score. Score, that's how you say
Yep,
it.
there you go.
On Instagram and Twitter, or you can just look up on our Facebook page, Pals. There's actually a surprising number of people that like Facebook, which is
Yeah.
surprising because I hate it.
I really like Facebook.
Ugh,
I feel
no,
like
you
Facebook's
don't.
like the hardest to upkeep
It's
as like a page.
Yeah,
owner.
Yes.
It's
definitely.
Like,
Well, it's
Yeah.
like
your engagement feels like limited on Facebook.
Yeah.
but
100%.
people use Facebook to be like, here's what I want my older relatives to think of me.
yeah.
And then my
It
Twitter's
is
for like,
yeah.
Okay, so
You know,
wait.
It's a different vibe.
Here's what, friends, pals. We're moving into our big topic.
oh, yeah, wow.
Shit.
are.
We kind of just
Wow,
did it already.
organically.
Wow.
Nice.
So the big topic for this
Like,
week.
hold on, you missed a line on the script.
I'm gonna need you cut. We're gonna have to go back and just
Rewind the prompter.
the prompter. Today we're talking about social media because it's just a big thing that has kind of taken over society.
The world? Yeah.
So
and as 3 Instagram influencers,
Oh,
we're
yes.
highly qualified to speak on this.
So that's today's big topic. Should we go ahead and give Roberto a good old spin here and see
Oh,
who gets
yeah.
to ask the
Is
first
this my
thing?
cue?
Yeah.
This is your cue, Carter. Put
Here
him
we go.
right in here. Hot.
Oh, that's how you do it. You put the mic right up to it.
You got it.
Mm.
Wow, that's a good one. He's just going. Ooh,
That didn't sound too good.
he needs to settle
He's
down.
got a little momentum going.
Oh, he's going.
Wait,
it's
who's
me.
PR? Oh,
Who's
Parker.
PR? Shut up. Okay.
Okay, go for it.
So, what is your guys' favorite social media and
Oh.
why?
That's
Oh,
a good
man.
starter.
Your favorite
That's a
platform.
good starter. Can we guess
Yeah.
what each other's are? 'Cause I think I know
That's
what
funny.
Ryan's is.
Well, no shit.
I think it's Tumblr.
He's writing poetry over there.
No, they banned porn.
Ryan's,
it's like artsy porn.
Ryan's Tumblr was just miles of artsy porn.
Well, you betcha. You can't even go on my page anymore. You'd be scrolling for miles until you find anything.
It doesn't exist.
It's just like all like deleted content, and then you come like one really dark poem, and then just more deleted content for like another 20 scrolls.
Here's the deal: they took care of 95% of Tumblr's porn problem by deleting Ryan's account.
Yeah,
That's incredible.
I mean, that's what kind of
He was
prompted
kind of the big, yeah.
like this guy. Whoa.
They named him by name in the lawsuit.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well,
You don't have to
not
call me
anymore.
out.
It's not my favorite anymore.
Got it.
But,
Understood.
okay, you want to guess it? Go for it, Carter. What is it?
Ryan's is definitely Reddit.
Okay.
It's definitely Reddit.
Yeah.
It's a tie, actually, so you guys are both kind of wrong. It's YouTube and Reddit.
Oh. Yeah,
Okay.
That's fair.
So why Reddit? Explain why you love Reddit so fucking much.
Okay, because I'm a person who, when I use social media, at least I used to be a person who would fall into like these long trances of just scrolling endlessly, mindlessly, not really getting anything from what I'm doing, especially on Twitter. And not only that, it would just make me feel like shit.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
you just
Twitter's
scroll, you
absolutely
scroll,
like
and there's
that.
so much toxic shit, and it just fills
Yeah.
your brain, and you don't get anything out of it. And then I discovered Reddit.
Uh-huh.
And Reddit,
Tell me
man,
more.
can be so personalized to your interests, your hobbies, and just what you like to do,
Yeah.
so that you can actually get something out of it when you're scrolling on it. Like when I want to be
Really?
productive but also be a lazy fuck, I'll just sit on my couch
Reddit.
and go on like the After Effects subreddit and just scroll on the top posts and just try to learn After Effects. Or if I want to like check out some good books, I'll go on like a reading subreddit and I'll just go
Really?
and I'll find a book. Or if I want to anything that can be productive but also like
So is there
I want to
only
just be lazy.
so it works like Reddit is Reddit and then there's like these
Yeah,
There's
subreddits.
threads.
There's subreddits,
Yeah, or is that
which
what they call
are
'em? Yeah.
consisted of threads that are
Yeah.
about a specific thing. So like a subreddit such as After Effects is a whole page that is dedicated to people who are posting about projects they make, tutorials, questions, anything you want to post in a
Okay.
thread sort of format, and then have people comment, help you out, and
So-
basically whatever.
Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say like it's less. It's more information based and less like personality based, which I
It's,
think
it's
is
anonymous.
right. Which I think is why it's so useful, and you don't fall into that scrolling thing because
No.
it's like a resource more so than it is.
A social media.
But at the same time, there's like really interesting.
There's karma, which
Yeah.
What's
basically
that? Yeah.
is internet points. So every time you
What?
post or comment, people, if you get an upvote, which is how Reddit works, upvotes, downvotes.
Okay.
If you get upvotes, you get one karma
For
then
each
you-
per each
per upvote
Okay.
on your material or your comment or your thread or whatever.
Okay.
And then these are the most amazing things because they literally do nothing. They're just internet points. They don't fucking matter.
no, but
at
they
all.
help prioritize the important
They do.
information.
They do.
in the
And some
thread.
subreddits, you have to have a certain amount of karma or a certain amount of experience on Reddit, to
Reddit.
post, but that's pretty minimal.
So-
like anybody has a voice.
Can you
an
use
equal voice?
Can you use these karma points on anything else?
No.
Yeah. Trade
Nope.
them in for like Amazon.
Well, they
gift
do.
cards.
That'd be
But Reddit
tight.
also has an interesting thing where they have like silver, gold, and platinum.
Right.
So like when somebody posts or comments something that you find especially hilarious,
Uh-huh.
you can give them silver, gold, or platinum, which basically gives them. I don't really know what it does because I've never got it because I'm not that.
You're not there yet. You're growing.
I'm not there yet, but I think it lets you into some premium part of Reddit, which or something.
Isn't there something called Reddit Flame or Reddit?
Dude, I don't
Reddit-
know.
I don't know what it's
know.
called.
It's fun though. Get into it if you're
I
not.
think I should. So like you were talking, like you're on an After Effects subreddit. Can there be multiple After Effects subreddits, or is there just
For
the
sure,
one?
but like the thing is that you want subreddits that are larger communities because once they become smaller communities, there's less posts and less. It's more niche, and then like the more niche it is,
But
the
there
less
can
people
only
are
be
gonna
one per name, right? Like there can only be one.
Oh yeah,
subreddit for,
like
After
you can't be
Effects,
too
like-
called After Effects,
Yeah.
but
Got
there
it.
could be like After Effects tutorials
Yeah.
or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would be a different subreddit, but you could probably just post that in this.
Well,
After Effects subreddit.
you've tickled my interest here.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's also like it's so it's like the kind of like forum
Yeah.
place essentially. So there's so much information on there that like if you're ever like I've used it for like tutorials and
Yeah.
stuff.
But also
But,
like
like,
relationships and stuff too.
Yeah, or like there's like a subreddit for like like cities and stuff. So you
Yeah,
could, like
yeah.
backslash
Oh,
like
what
the
to do
Lincoln
here?
subreddit.
Oh, we did that for shooting. We
Yeah.
needed to find a phone booth,
Yeah.
so we typed in like phone booths Lincoln
Yeah, I
Reddit.
literally Googled
Seriously?
Lincoln phone booth Reddit. First link, popped up, found one.
Yeah.
Which we didn't end up using,
You can do
but
it
it
for
was like
anything.
That's
You could be
wild.
like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't know. I was gonna make a bad joke, but like if something crazy happened in your relationship or something, you're like, this is like something I need like somebody else's perspective on this. You could Google like something that happened, and there'll be someone in a similar situation, a massive thread that you can read.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's nice.
there's also like insane stories that people post on Reddit.
It is entertainment too. I'm
Yeah.
not saying you have to be
Yeah,
like into it just to fucking be productive and
No.
pretentious.
No,
like
you
that.
could like you can still dive into like a deep. You can go into like a deep dive on Reddit
Oh,
and get
God,
lost.
yeah,
in
deep
sauce,
fried memes.
so.
Like I'll just
See, I want to start this, but I shouldn't start it tonight. I have so much to do, but like I'm interested.
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Side note: Parker has a 5-page paper due tomorrow. He hasn't started.
It is 8 p.m.
It is currently 8 p.m.
It's due at what, like 1?
Yeah.
1 a.m.?
1:30.
a.m. tonight?
No,
Oh, I was like,
PM,
oh,
when
you're
class,
done.
When classes.
Cut the feed.
Yeah.
Get
Dude,
outta
I've
here.
actually done that before. Like for Foster's class, like the Japanese filmmaking class, I started at like 1 a.m.
Oh
the paper.
my god.
You can do it though.
I'm not.
It
Here's
just
the deal,
makes
you
you
guys.
hate your life.
I'm
so
not
much.
worried about it. It's going to be fine.
Okay, it'll be cool.
It's gonna be cool.
Let me guess.
Go
let me
wait.
guess-
Go
Carter's-
to Reddit /Foster papers and just copy paste.
Oh,
There you go.
You've just told the internet how I'm gonna do it now. Cut it. Cut it.
That would not.
Cut this shit.
Cut this
Wait,
shit.
can we?
Yes, you can
I've been
swear
swearing
on
this
the
whole time. Carter, are you
podcast.
kidding
I don't
me?
know.
Fucking- Says a word just to make it clear.
Mom, turn off the mic. Or the fucking the
Mom,
feed.
they're
Um,
forcing me to cuss.
Hey Alexa. Hey Alexa. Cut the feed. Alexa. It's like that. What's that? Oh no. There's.
Alexa's made by Amazon.
I'm aware. There's a
Yeah,
dumb.
Speaking of which, Amazon is our sponsor today.
Hey.
Hey!
We are sponsored by Alexa. So Carter, your favorite.
Let's
Biddy.
guess. Let's guess.
Do you want to both guess? Say it at the same time.
Hold on. I gotta think.
I know it. Come on.
You might not.
Some basic white shit.
We might not.
You might not.
Come on.
I might change my answer based on what
No.
you say.
All
Fair.
right, ready? One, two, three.
Instagram.
Yeah, I would say it's Instagram.
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
me.
I don't know if I
it's-
consider YouTube like the way I use YouTube. I don't really consider it to be.
Do you use it like one of those
social media.
vultures that just watches meme or Vine compilations? and just-
No, I
Your
just
recommended is just like, oh, it makes me.
my YouTube is a
cringe.
mix of like like Gordon Ramsay shit, and then like or like comedy sketches like Jake and Amir.
Yes.
And then like filmmaking tutorials and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
that's perfectly acceptable. That's a social media.
Yeah.
People are
I don't-
posting your watching.
I don't get into like the whole like Logan Paul, like all that
yeah.
stuff.
Oh, well, that's a whole different side of YouTube.
Yeah, like dude, YouTube is crazy these days. Like
yeah.
have you ever seen some of those like kids YouTube videos that are like
Yes.
built by bots?
Yes.
And it's like crazy.
Built by bots? What do you
Mhm.
mean?
It's like I don't know how to explain it. Jocelyn showed this to us in our screenwriting
Built by
class.
bots. Like the
The
stuff that you're seeing is
scripts,
made
like,
by,
yeah, like the scripts and
and it's
shit.
for children.
Yeah. So what happens is parents will play like it'll start with something like a Peppa Pig video.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And then the autoplay eventually like the
Yeah.
algorithm takes them to like weird shit.
Oh, like not good for kids.
Yeah.
Like videos
Well,
that are made that are
it's
not
meant
good for kids.
but it's like creepy stuff.
Why?
Are you sure? Okay, yeah, I mean, are you sure that that it's like if YouTube knew that it was there, that it would still be there? Because I know that YouTube's having a problem right now with
YouTube-
like filtering their children's
Yeah,
content.
YouTube doesn't even know what YouTube's doing.
Yeah, because I heard
Yeah.
on a different podcast, you know, Filthy Frank and Joji. Do you
Yeah,
know
I
who
love
that
those
is?
guys.
That's the same guy. Filthy Frank and Joji's the
Right,
same guy.
yeah.
But
'Cause
anyway,
he was Filthy Frank,
Yeah.
and then he was like, I gotta
exactly.
be serious.
Exactly.
A little
Oh,
yeah.
Joji the artist.
Yeah, Joji the artist. He
yeah.
used to make horribly
bit. Oh, they were bad.
vulgar YouTube videos.
Very.
And so somebody edited one of the parts about he was making a joke about like cutting yourself and being like, okay,
Yeah.
horizontally to, you know, for the image and long way to for results or something.
Yeah.
Really vulgar, obviously.
Just
That's why he
bad.
got demonetized, and you know, people don't, you know, he doesn't do it anymore now. But anyway, somebody edited like that dialogue over a children's video, and some woman
Oh.
let her kid just, you know, mindlessly go on YouTube and just
Yeah.
for hours, and then eventually the autoplay took her to that video, took the daughter to that
Holy
video,
crap.
and she just goes over and she sees her daughter like listening to this like crazy stuff about
Yeah.
killing yourself, and
That's
that's the YouTube algorithm. It
horrible.
doesn't know any better. It's all
Wow.
filtered through algorithms.
Isn't it wild, like that we've built, like as a society, we've built something that can do that?
Yeah.
Like, that's just. Ugh.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't know it. Well, how else would you tackle billions and billions of hours of content to?
Because there's so much of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were talking Instagram.
Instagram is my favorite.
Carter,
Yes.
you got a strong Instagram game too.
You do. You
I don't
got the
know.
white bars on there.
Yeah.
It looks clean as hell. And
I don't think I'm active. Like I'm not like super active on it as far as posting because I
Yeah.
only post like once a week. But
Yeah, and you
I-
you make your post count.
yeah.
Mhm.
So like that's kind of I don't know. Instagram for me like used to just be sort of like a professional like
Yeah.
tool
Yeah.
where I
Mhm.
could like post my work or like
Show what you're doing.
network with people, which I still do.
so
But
Carter, when you talk about your work, I mean,
Yeah.
people know that like Ryan
Well-
focuses in directing and writing and
yeah.
Now
After
they do.
Effects.
Yeah.
Now they do.
Yeah.
But what about for you?
Yeah, so cinematography is like my main grind. So
Filmmaking, yeah.
yeah, filmmaking.
We're all filmmakers.
Yeah,
So you
yeah, but
show
I-
what you're working on
right.
and what you're doing.
But I don't like write and direct stuff. I just like mostly shoot stuff.
yeah,
So like that obviously makes sense to like share my work on Instagram.
Yeah.
yeah.
But it's like at the same time, like so much of like the filmmaker Instagram community is like all this like super superficial like fake shit. You
Yeah.
know, it's like check out this camera.
Look at these
build.
lenses I'm using
Check
for this
out
shoot.
my dope quasar. Or,
I
should-
just
but, like,
spent 6 days in the mountains shooting this awesome little short film. You
Yeah.
probably have never heard of it, but
It's just
here I am.
everybody, like,
Never will.
it's like everybody flexing under the guise of like being like
A filmmaker.
humble, and
Yeah.
it's really weird.
And I've noticed a shift in your content where you're kind of
Yeah.
like you're going more towards a personal like
yeah.
post.
There's some like a lot of the filmmakers who I've like come to respect a lot. When you look at like their social media presence, it's all very like it can be like work related, but it's all very like genuine.
Yeah,
Oh.
It
Yeah.
comes from a place of like wanting to share either knowledge or like personal experience
Yeah.
rather than like
not just flex
than,
the
like,
cloud,
flexing
right?
on
Yeah, I know.
people.
So have you ever felt like the need to? Because I know like I know other filmmakers who have like personal pages and then pages where they're professional. Have you ever felt like you wanted to branch out and just keep those two aspects different or apart?
I used to do that actually. Like in high school when I just did like photography.
Yeah.
I had like a separate photography page.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is gone. I deleted it.
Because you wanted to put that on their main page. Because that's
Yeah,
like,
But that's an
it's-
issue for a lot of people. Like,
Yeah.
they don't. It's hard to know like what people want to see versus like people that you're just close with and then mixing all that together. Do you feel like
No,
in the
it
future you
is.
might?
No, I don't really think so. Cause like, I mean, a big part of like who I am is like my
your work.
filmmaking.
For sure.
Yeah.
And if there's one thing to know about Carter, it's he works
oh
hard.
my gosh.
I
The
mean,
grind on this man.
Yeah, this man works. That
Big,
is,
big grinder.
I mean, I really I enjoy it. So it's
well, of course.
It's
Well,
like
you
what
gotta
I-
love what you do, and
That's
I
good.
think that we
Yeah.
can all agree
Yeah.
that you do.
That's why I'm like,
Yeah.
I wish I didn't sit on my ass so much and just go through. That's why I'm trying to make my laziness productive in some way. We're
If
getting
I
Yeah.
didn't read it.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
Carter, I
I
think
mean-
it's always good to see, like, Instagram is like the perfect place for you because it's such an accessible way for you to show your work
yeah.
and keep you like let other people know that you love what you do.
Right. I mean, and obviously
Being a
the
visual
whole,
guy.
Yeah, the whole central idea of Instagram is like it's visually based,
Yeah.
like it's
Mhm.
photos,
And that's your job too.
and that's like so it's a good place to like share. And most of what I post isn't like stuff I've like projects I've shot. Like
Yeah.
I'll occasionally do that,
Mhm.
but most of the time it's just like photography I take on my phone, like when
Yeah.
I'm walking around.
Like you,
So-
you posted that picture of Ryan with that.
Yeah.
With the
Well,
film
yeah,
camera.
yeah.
Um,
And like recently I've been doing a lot of film photography, so
That shit looks
it's fun.
tight.
I'm telling you,
Yeah,
people,
it's
people are
cool.
gonna start doing that more, or just maybe just use the filters, I guess.
Yeah,
But
but,
it's
you
such a
can't
good
fake
look.
it. I mean,
Yeah, you
it's,
can't.
There's a certain quality to it that really you can't
There's a lot. I feel like there's a lot more
quite
depth.
replicate.
Like I feel a lot more depth when I look at
Carter,
Yeah.
How would you describe it? Because I always try and I'm just like, it's like it just looks
Colors?
real.
It just like
Like, it
I don't
doesn't
know.
make any sense.
It feels a lot more organic to me.
Yeah.
Because like it's not. It's like this photochemical like process.
Yeah,
like,
shooting
it's-
on film
You're
rather than
literally
digital.
exposing like these chemicals to light and
Uh-huh.
then processing that, and like it becomes an image, which is pretty wild when you think
True.
about it. Like that science is crazy.
Yeah.
But
I don't even understand it.
yeah, no, I'm like it. I made a post about this, but like it literally feels like magic when you get back, like
Yeah.
when you get back your negatives and you look at them and it's like holy shit,
Like, they're
that's-
in there.
Yeah, that's an image.
this is real.
Yeah,
That's
so it's
great.
cool. It's cool. But yeah, Instagram. I mean, it's also like the way they have it set up now, you have like your posts, but then you have like stories too, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
And so I've seen a lot of people who will share like interesting stories that they have, or like almost like longer form stories.
That is
in
true.
like the Instagram story
Sequences,
format.
yeah, long sequences.
Yeah.
Because you can keep those on your page in the form of highlights.
You
Yeah.
can. A lot of people
Yeah.
are doing. God, I'm so weak at Instagram.
Same.
I'm
I
not
just
good
don't
at
care enough.
Instagram either. I've stopped. I used to like 2 years ago. I posted every day because I was
Wow.
I was like on the like I need to grow my Instagram
Yeah.
presence thing.
Yeah.
And so I for about
Respect. I mean, I
like
have 20 posts.
yeah
Jesus.
for like a year I probably posted 5 or 6 times a week, and then that's kind of hard to keep up.
Mhm.
But it was also like not very like thought
Satisfying?
out.
Oh,
yeah,
Oh.
and satisfying. I didn't really get a lot out of it.
Yeah.
Because you were just posting a
Instead
post.
of, yeah, like I gained followers and shit,
Yeah.
but like I didn't.
Playing that game though is just rough.
I agree. It's like
yeah,
I know that if I want to grow the things that I'm doing and I
Yeah.
want people to see the shit that I'm doing, that I should post more.
Yeah. Well, here's the
Like,
thing. That
I
now
don't-
that now that you, Parker, are doing PALS and doing
Mhm.
these creative endeavors, you should be like, this is a reason where you would need to play that game and
Yeah.
push the lever a little
yeah.
bit,
In
try
like
to get those digits
in like a
up.
business aspect, like
It's
it's
important.
smart
It's
to do that.
You
Yeah.
have to have it in the
Yeah.
21st. Like
Mhm.
you have to have a social media
It's like-
presence to survive.
Having a social media presence now, this is honestly its own thing on the wheel, is like having a social media presence now is like having an ad in the newspaper back in the day.
Yeah.
I think
It's like
so.
the only way to get seen.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because before, your mom and pop shops, they were like putting their ads in the local
Yeah.
newspaper, hoping that your old grandmas down on 12th Street were going to come down and buy your candy canes
Yeah.
for Christmas.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Now,
Which
it-
is-
I mean, it's the epicenter of relevance.
Uh-huh.
Everything that's relevant is on social media and stems from social media
Yes.
in some capacity. which
But I
is-
think like people, well, I don't. This might just be me, but like when it's like a business posting something like that, obviously
Yeah.
it makes sense. But
I
when like
usually skip past business stuff. I'm not going to lie.
yeah,
Me too.
there's so much like superficiality though to like these people who are like, this goes back to like the flexing thing.
Yeah.
But like, and people are like, oh yeah, like we're gonna blow up this year, like we're about to take over. There's people who literally say that shit, and I'm like,
No, you're
you
not.
are like just grinding my gears. Like,
Yeah.
this is just
This
pissing
makes me
off.
mad.
It's annoying.
Yeah.
It's
'Cause
not
it's not
genuine.
real.
Yeah,
No.
it's not genuine. That's why, like, man, I don't even like following a lot of people like from high school and stuff because it's just like
Mhm.
I get like you. I just don't. I don't
Sometimes
know.
I
don't wanna
worry-
say too much of this.
Sometimes I worry that I'm doing that, and I have to like catch myself. I'm like, am I being the kind of account that I don't like to follow?
Yeah.
And sometimes I worry about that, especially with pals. Sometimes I'm like, is this worth? Is like, are people wanting to see this stuff?
Mm. Well, I mean that as a business that matters,
I
but as
know.
a person,
Yeah.
I don't think you should worry about that because you're very genuine. You put your feelings out
Yeah,
on a limb and
like,
you just say what you
But
how you're feeling.
your goals for the like PALS social media is different than likely different than what it is for your personal
yeah,
accounts.
Right.
For the
Because literally the
Parker
whole
account.
point of like your business Instagram is literally probably just to like get people to see like your
Your page.
stuff. Like
Yeah.
just get your name out there.
Mhm.
And like that's that's totally legit. Like
Mhm.
that should be what you're doing.
It's just like I remember there was a video that I posted. I think I posted both on the pals account and my
Mhm.
account, and it was just like, thank you everybody for the support,
Yeah.
and we really appreciate it. We can't wait for you to see what's happening. And I remember when I was recording, I was like, do I sound real? Do I sound
Mm.
genuine? Because I'm trying to be. I want like this is like something I care so much about. I
Yeah.
want that to come across, and I think
Yeah.
so. I think it did.
That means you're doing it the right way though. If you're
That's
if you
good.
if you're always pursuing being yourself,
Mm-hmm.
that's all you can do because you don't want to be a person who grows exponentially based on something that's artificial.
Yeah.
Because that then you just have to put up a persona and
Yep.
and that gets probably so toxic
Annoying,
to you.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
like
it's-
why all these like YouTubers,
Dude, Jake
like,
Paul and
yeah,
all those
go-
and
like,
Logan
they-
Paul
doesn't
it-
succeed
it-
because you're
it's
not
not
real.
sustainable.
No, it's really not.
sustainable.
Yeah.
Because dude, he got to the point where like clout chasers and all these people who are trying to go viral, which is the way to get big on social media,
Right.
they do these preposterous,
idiots out
ridiculous.
there.
I mean,
oh yeah,
which
that,
is the
I
thing-
mean that brings us into the topic of like trends, like social media
yeah,
trends.
because they do these crazy things or challenges or whatever
Yeah.
it is for the day, because
Uh-huh.
now shit comes and goes in a day. where you just have to keep upping the ante, and eventually it's like, dude, I just want to
Where's
be.
the line drawn?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like this desperation for attention that like never
will be fulfilled.
will never be fulfilled because even if your like video of you lighting yourself on fire becomes like viral, like that will last for a brief moment, and then you're back to like craving that attention again.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
it's like that's why you're just gonna burn out. Like
I feel like
Call it the Burning Man challenge.
oh man,
Hey,
feel
let's
like-
start it right here.
that was a thing.
No, it wasn't.
it was,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Starting yourself on fire.
You would pour like bug spray or something that would ignite all over your body and
Axe.
then light it on fire
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
and then like jump in a pool. But
That
like
is-
people got
For
really
attention.
seriously
Seriously
burned.
hurts.
Yeah.
Well, really?
I'm
Shocking.
immune to fire. I feel like the people that I enjoy watching the most are the people that are the realists that know that like this is that know the difference between playing the game and being an actual person.
Yeah.
Because people want to watch actual people. They want to follow actual people. They don't want to see this horseshit that's like, oh my God, we're gonna start this wellness campaign, and or it's like the gym bros like we're gonna gain all this muscle this year, and it's like this is fake.
Yeah.
I know that this is
Yeah.
fake, and I don't understand the people
Yeah.
who don't think that it's not. Like
The thing about it is like there's so many people who are invested in that like fake shit
Yeah.
that like and everybody feeds off each other, and then people who like want to get to that level see those people doing it,
And
and they're
start
like
doing it
they're like this is the way
themselves.
this is the way to do it, to like
Especially like
Get
young and
influence.
impressionable
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
People
fall
our
susceptible to
age.
that really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay, so like there's the movie 8th Grade. Have you guys seen 8th
I
Grade?
haven't
Fuck,
seen
Bo
it.
Burnham.
Oh, no.
I
yeah, I
It's-
really want to.
It's
I'm
it's
guilty
about
of that.
YouTube and this girl who like watches these YouTubers, and then she like starts doing it herself to try and like build confidence
yeah.
within herself. It's a great it
Because-
wasn't my favorite movie of the year last year, but it was good because it was like talking about
She's got like
current-
body issues and like,
she's got
things
body
that are-
image
yeah.
issues, and she's bullied at school and she doesn't have a lot of friends, and so she takes to the internet to kind of like
But it's also kind of a
Replace it.
healthy thing, right?
yes, it's a very healthy movie
Yeah.
about going through what it's like to be an actual middle schooler these
Right.
days.
And like that sort of online presence is like productive. Like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
healthy. Like
Yeah, for sure.
these
Right.
people who are sharing genuine moments in their life and who are being like real with other people, like that's what also makes like a good story. Is like like genuine human connection. And
For
like,
sure.
So
And that's what's so cool about independent creators right now is that like people who are the biggest YouTuber in the world is PewDiePie, and this is
Yeah.
literally just a guy in his room talking about current issues and how he feels about it, or
Yeah.
memes or current culture
Well,
online.
do you remember when he started? It was playing that one fucking bicycle
yeah.
game.
Oh yeah. I can't
Happy
think of
Wheels?
Yeah, Happy Wheels.
I've never watched PewDiePie.
He's
Oh,
he's
really?
just
Yeah.
he's a great creator. He's so genuine. He's
and
very
he has hot
personal.
he has hot takes on shit that
He
has gotten
does.
him into trouble in the past.
He does, and he's made huge mistakes
Oh my
online.
gosh, I
But as
can't
much as that
support
dude's been
everything for
online,
sure.
as much as that dude's been online, I don't blame him because we all make mistakes, and he's grown and he's apologized and he's
And some of
admitted
his
to
stuff,
actual wrongdoings. But there's
some of his
also
stuff
things
gets
that
taken out of context.
yeah, a lot of it gets
and-
taken out of
I
context.
is
thought,
unfortunate.
isn't the top YouTuber that kid who reviews toys?
No.
No,
Really?
He's
that,
the top grossing revenue
Oh, okay.
YouTuber.
that kid, because he's in fucking Walmart now.
Yeah. Oh, my nephew was doing bananas for his fucking toys during Christmas,
Absolutely
and they were
bananas.
such shitty quality too. You get like this little mystery egg, and it's like my brother was like, what? It's like $12 for like this little egg, and you pop it open, and it's just like this squishy little like toy that like of a
Oh.
figurine or like a little
Yeah, I
figure
think
that's
I've
just like
seen those.
you
Yeah.
just like stretch around, and it just looks gross and cheap, and like the paint's already coming off like from the minute he opens it. It's like, all right, thanks Ryan.
Yeah.
Thanks Ryan.
Yeah, 'cause
Thanks,
it's like Ryan
Ryan.
reviews or something
You
like that.
6-year-old, you little
Yeah,
shit.
dude, that kid's gonna be. He's gonna have
be a-
issues.
I wonder. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Like the child star complex for YouTubers now.
Oh yeah.
Like how's that gonna
Be super
different?
interesting
Yeah,
to
how's
Like
that
see
gonna
how
the
different than,
what's
like,
that
the-
one kid? The Yodel boy,
Oh, Mason Ramsey.
Mason Ramsey.
He's literally coming to Lincoln. He has a show
Yeah.
in Lincoln coming up.
I like that
Should
kid.
we go?
I like that
that
kid.
kid. I don't like his social media is ran by his like parents. And
Oh,
you
I
can
haven't
tell
seen it.
It's
Yeah,
kind
kinda
of
cringy.
Obviously, he's not gonna run that. I mean,
I wish
It's
he
probably
would.
good that he's not running
Yeah,
it, seeing the
oh.
shit that people are probably saying.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
absolutely.
that's true.
God, keep that kid off there.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say about these independent creators is that there's something that's never kind of been seen before, in that they can make money being these genuine people and making genuine content
Yeah.
online without anybody over their heads. No producers, no directors. It's just them making content,
And
saying what they want to say, and that's really healthy for society, I think.
And
for people watching that.
Because it's real, and there isn't anybody above you telling you that you can't do this because the audience doesn't
No censorship.
There's an audience for everything.
Yeah.
And no, like this isn't the 1900s anymore, where it's like, all right, well, we have to see what the major audience wants, and we have to apply to that because otherwise we're not going to make any money. There is literally an audience for everything that we've realized, and so there is no there's pandering still, but you don't really have to, because you should be able to find your audience and your crew somewhere out there
Based
because
on
of
what
the
you,
internet.
what you make, yeah.
Right, and that's like you're talking about. There's nobody above you. That's what we're trying to do here.
Yeah, exactly. And how nice with that, because then there's no agenda besides whatever. It's just what you personally believe.
Right.
You're just putting out there what you actually feel, and you know that there's no artificiality to it, and that there's nobody looming over your head trying to say, no, you can't say this, don't do that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Don't do
And
that.
the other thing about like being original and genuine is like, or like independent creation is if you are being original and genuine, like you're going to have an original concept. Like you're going to have something that is unique, because a lot of the people who are, trying to, like their goal is to like become a big, like
viral
social
sensation.
like they're just copycats, you know?
Yep.
There's a million and a
What
half
did this
people.
person do that I can copy?
There's like so many people trying to copy like the Casey Neistat formula now.
Yeah.
You know?
that's-
just the modern
Or like
vlog.
it's like no one cares about your boring life.
No.
But actually I shouldn't say that. People would care if you could find something
Be innovative.
interesting and original about your life to share.
Yeah.
But like the reason Casey Neistat is successful is because he's like so charismatic and his life's fucking interesting.
Yeah. And he visualizes that and portrays it in a very compelling way.
Yeah, and he's genuine, like
Yeah,
generally. I mean,
exactly.
you can argue that.
He tells
but,
stories.
but like,
I mean, he was in a Samsung commercial where he's doing a fucking monologue. I'm like, okay.
but
Alright, what's this?
there is an audience. Like everybody has like, it's cliche, but everyone has like a story to tell, and everybody has like an original idea to share.
Yeah.
Like
That's why I tell literally everybody I know, like, if you have any interest that like most people don't know about, like just start a YouTube channel.
because somebody will watch
Yeah.
it.
Because somebody will
Yeah.
be interested. I'm like, Sarah, she is super into dietetics, and she tells me interesting things all the time about health and nutrition. I'm like, this is stuff that like I would watch.
Yeah.
Like I know, like just start a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Anybody.
It should be a new law here in the States. That you are born with a fucking
You
YouTube
better start that
channel.
goddamn
must.
YouTube channel.
It's like taxes.
somebody busts into your house. You're like, where's your YouTube channel? Show
Oh
me
my
your
God.
YouTube channel.
Can I read this tweet that made me laugh so hard
Yeah,
today?
absolutely.
And then, because this is kind of
Relevant.
saying into what my favorite thing is. I know we got off on a big tangent, which is great.
that's all right.
Yeah, we should probably give the wheel another spin here.
Well,
It's like, you
can
got to
I
talk about
talk
your social
about-
media.
Good
Yeah,
God.
I know.
So
All right, moving on.
all right. All right.
here's the tweet. Using Ouija board. Kid. Dad, can you hear me? Ouija board moves. Kid. Tear rolls down cheek. I love you, Papa. Door bursts open. Ghostbuster. It's in here. Ghostbusters 2. Light 'em up. Proton blast. Ghostbuster. Fuck you, Ghost. Ghostbusters theme plays. Okay, so that should kind of cue you in.
Love you, Papa.
Here he is.
Proton blast.
I fucking died when I read that.
Oh man. That is
So my
hilarious.
favorite right now.
Yeah.
My favorite.
Wait. Are we gonna guess?
Oh,
Your
well,
favorite social media?
Yeah, go ahead.
Wait,
and
go guess. You go.
Well, now that you said that, I think it's something obscure. Like, because you're about to go on a.
I'm going Tinder.
Go ahead.
It's an
Cardi.
interesting. That's a good one. Fuck.
No, my genuine guess is LinkedIn.
LinkedIn.
I've been posting on LinkedIn every day for the past 7 weeks.
I'm gonna go with TikTok.
What?
Wait, oh shit, that's a bold choice.
You guys
actually.
are the fucking worst.
If it's actually TikTok, I will leave. But,
True.
Exit
What is
chat.
it? What is it though?
It's Twitter.
okay, I was
Oh,
actually
okay.
gonna guess that.
I was
That's
like-
my legit guess.
Tinder.
Well, I didn't give a
and
real
TikTok.
guess.
I don't have TikTok on my phone. Tinder I haven't opened in like
Yeah.
days.
Just have it on your tablet.
Yeah.
It's on my
I didn't give a real guess. I figured it was, but
Yeah, you can find me out there on Tinder.
or LinkedIn, you know.
At me on Tinder.
My LinkedIn goes straight to my Twitter. I link out my Tinder and my LinkedIn.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
You know what jobs I'm looking for.
Twitter jobs?
No.
What?
Tinder jobs.
Oh,
You missed it.
understood.
You missed it. Never mind. Pass. Hard pass.
So yeah, Twitter. It's a weird thing because Twitter's so negative a majority of the time.
Yeah, so I'm an anti-Twitter guy. So like,
yes. So let me tell you
convince
why
me
I
of-
I'm
like
sort of new to Twitter, so we have like a whole
Yeah,
Oh,
dynamic
okay.
gamut
here.
here. Yeah.
I like Twitter because you don't have to see the negativity. And the way
How so?
so like there's this guy that I have been following for probably probably close to 10 years now.
Wow.
He used to work at IGN. The
gaming company.
yeah, and then he left and started his own studio
Called.
Kind of Funny.
Hmm.
They
Haven't heard
do
of it.
content creation similar to like Funhouse and Rooster Teeth and stuff like that,
Mm.
like making podcasts and videos, and
Cool.
huge inspiration for me.
For sure.
His name's Greg Miller. Just super funny guy, super charismatic, super genuine, and he talks all the time about the negativity on Twitter because Twitter's his favorite.
Social media
Yeah,
platforms.
yeah.
Huh?
And he talks about, it is so disappointing that we have this great platform and you have to see all this negative shit.
Yeah.
He's like, what I've started to do is just mute these fuckers. You don't have
every time you see something.
every time he sees something negative that he doesn't agree with and it's not somebody that he follows or wants to ever have to see anything from again,
Mm-hmm.
he'll just mute them. He doesn't block them. He doesn't do anything. It's just like, I don't want to see your content, but I don't want you to feel bad that I don't like your content,
That's
so I'm just
interesting.
going to secretly mute you. And so I've kind of started to do that.
Do
Like,
you feel like it's worked? Do you still see that?
yeah, like
toxicity?
I follow a lot of, it's kind of where I keep up with the gaming,
Yeah.
like
side of it.
culture and industry, and the gaming and culture can be so negative. It's just a bunch of
Yeah.
fucking, it's a bunch of
Yeah.
fucking idiots that are behind a keyboard that are too afraid to say anything. in
Sometimes
real life.
justified though.
Sure, but like a lot of it's dumb. Like,
Oh, it's gang mentality too. Yeah.
yeah, like let's say that there's an indie developer and they're making this small game. There's 6 of them that work on it.
Yeah.
And the top comment on their YouTube video is like, "This looks like trash," and like stuff like that. It's
Oh,
like
God,
that's
yeah.
like, be positive. And so I keep up with a lot of the gaming, like, because that gaming is a huge part of my life, and so I follow these people like Greg and like Cory Barlog, the director of God of War, and all these different studios and the people that work there, and just like it's a good place for me to see what they're working on and see them supporting each other. And when I see that there's negative stuff that pops up on my feed that's related to gaming, all I do is mute it, and then I don't have to ever see that shit again. And then I also do it because I've recently really got into like comedy, and
Yeah.
and so I've started
Watching like stand up and stuff. or-
and like sketch shows like
Following
SNL.
people
I've like
right.
recently started watching all this stand up.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
It's great.
Yeah.
And so I've started following comedians, and I heard this a couple years ago, but the greatest place to like really kind of subtly work on your craft is through Twitter, and start like testing some of your jokes a little bit
well, that's
on
what
there.
a lot of
I can
Twitter
see that.
is.
Yeah, a
these
lot of
little like one-liner kind of.
Yeah.
Also, kind of why I don't like it though.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Because then
I
I
was
just
gonna say,
feel all the pressure to be like, I gotta be as
Funny.
witty as possible.
Oh.
If I don't word this in the most funny way, then I'm just gonna regret it later, and then I'm gonna think back to it. And it took up. I used to do that a lot, like in high school. I used
Really?
to try to be like the funny, trolly type guy, and it's fun when you get a lot of likes and a lot of retweets and recognition and stuff.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's like, man,
This was so much
Yeah.
work. I spent
It's that
30
instant
minutes.
gratification.
I'm
like,
taking a lot of time though to think of this shit that really doesn't matter.
That's why I try to like find a balance. Like I'll tweet genuine shit, and then I'll like if I have something that
if it
I've
comes
thought
to
about,
you,
yeah,
yeah.
like that. I tweeted that. I tweeted that. I'm gonna pimp my own joke here, fuckers. Get
No,
ready.
that's all right. That's funny.
I tweeted, barista. Wait, how many more shots of espresso? And I said, me. Have you ever thought about how rad it would be if we had the time to do the creative projects we dream of instead of having to leave them as dreams? And then the barista, 4. He said 4.
Yeah.
Like, that was kind of funny. I got some good likes on that.
Yeah.
But it's like I'll tweet stuff like, don't forget to send your thoughts, comments, prayer requests, social security numbers, etc. to pals.pen,
So you
pals@gmail.com.
used that joke before.
I know, right? Yeah, I didn't just think
Busted.
of that.
Yeah, for real.
Busted, bitch. And then I'll try and talk to people that I respect in the industry. Like I sent that joke, the Ghostbusters joke that I
Yeah.
just read. I sent that to Greg Miller, the guy at Kind of Funny.
Oh.
And I said,
Yeah.
Game Over Greggy, they've gone too far, Greg. They've gone too far.
I will
Because he's
say, like, Twitter's a good way to like interact with people who are
Yeah.
outside of your social circles.
For sure.
Because like, yeah, you can just like at somebody on Twitter in a comment, and then maybe
They can see it.
Maya had that tweet the other day that Netflix and
Mark
Duplass like.
yeah.
It's just
That's
like
crazy.
it's
really cool.
I like it because you can connect with
bigger people.
get these huge stars in your eyes. Like I tweeted, what was it? A couple weeks ago. No, months ago at this point. I tweeted something kind of funny, or I said something like, really loved listening to the podcast today. It was great. Just a real supportive, kind of nice, just loved what they did tweet. And one of the guys that works at Kind of Funny liked it. The Kind of Funny page liked it. Like, it's just like easy ways for them to see, not only do I feel good because they actually saw it, but on the other hand, it's like supporting them in what they do. And they get to see that and they recognize it. And at the end of the day, stuff like that makes the creator feel better. Like on PALS, when we see someone say something about us, makes my whole fucking day.
For sure.
Yeah.
And it compared to the negative thing where someone says one negative thing, it can just take you right back down.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just need a little nice thing to boost your day.
Yeah. I mean,
Go for it.
I was gonna say, like, for me, Twitter isn't very negative. Like the people, the people I follow are all people I know, and it's not like, I think if you're getting into like a specific community of people, then there's a lot of negativity. But like, the thing about it for me though is just that like it's all that stupid mindless stuff that like the same joke. It's like the same joke formatted over and over again in a different like context, and it just becomes a time suck. So
it does, yeah. Where you're not really getting anything out of it. But it sounds like you Parker are spinning it in a way that is kind of productive for you, which is good.
Yeah.
And that's really what people should be doing with their social medias.
Yeah.
Because it's a huge problem, dude. If you look at people's screen time on iPhone.
Yes, the iPhone has the new digital well-being.
Yes.
My Android has the same thing where
It
you
does.
can see how long you've been
it's
on
pretty
it.
enlightening.
It's revealing.
Yeah.
I'm like, I spent 8 hours today on my phone.
That's crazy.
And it's like Twitter was 7.5 of those.
see, yeah, that was never an issue for me.
Oh God, it's
Besides
always an issue for me.
YouTube, I'm like, man, I spent half a day on YouTube. Wow. Like 12 hours. Like,
And we
what?
talked about this the other night. It's like you gotta get in there, man. You gotta do your stuff.
Yeah.
Tease. I'm just teasing.
I know.
ain't gonna say
I know.
shit.
I know.
I'm
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
Shit. Moving on. Should we spin him?
Yeah, let's spin
Let's
it.
give him a good spin.
We need a fresh, little refresher.
All right, get your mic over there, Cardi.
Oh,
I need you to be Robert's voice. Oh, Robert, you're spinning yourself. No, it's not. Who will it be?
Carter.
Oh, it's Carter this time.
Carter.
It's me.
Is your middle name Alexander?
really? You're gonna call me out on the podcast
I think you just changed your name
on
to
my
Carter.
birthday? On my goddamn
On my birthday.
birthday.
Don't call me out.
Okay. So do I ask a question?
Yeah, you ask a
Yes,
question,
you
you bring
pose a
something to
question.
light.
So the only one I wrote down was this,
Well,
which
now you
is
just showed your hand.
what is one social media trend or like trend is the right word that you've taken part of that looking back you now regret or cringe at? Or another way to think about it is how has your social media sort of evolved?
Oh my gosh. Okay, I can go first.
Yeah, you go first.
I'll let you think over
Yeah.
there.
'Cause I know I've done some cringy stuff in my time, so let me just recall all those memories.
All right. You know how Facebook does that thing where it'll show you like 7 years ago today?
Yeah. That's
Oh my
always
God,
the
don't even
worst.
get me
So
It's awful.
it really is the perfect answer to this question because I'll get stuff. I started my Facebook account. I'm really close to my mic.
Way too young.
Oh, 6th grade. Sixth
Yeah.
grade, I got my Facebook
Mine was like
account.
7th grade. I
Mine was
think.
like 6th or 7th grade
Yeah.
too.
So
I actually have a good story about that.
Yeah.
you can tell. I started in 6th grade, and I had this obsession because it was the first like connection I had with the internet, so I was on it all the fucking time.
Same.
And I remember I got it during the summer, so I wasn't seeing a lot of my friends from school, and so I was posting like 3 times a day on Facebook.
Wow.
It's amazing.
And
Wow.
you guys, I have gone back and deleted damn
Oh,
near
yeah.
everything
Oh,
because
yeah.
it's cringy.
Shit, I should probably delete these statuses too.
Yeah.
So, and it's like,
Oh my gosh.
I had a really bad day today, and that's it.
Yeah.
There's nothing
Oh yeah,
else.
that's what Facebook like
And nobody
used
liked
to be.
it.
Yeah.
Nobody commented
Same.
on it. And then it was stuff like, when I was 6th grade, I got really like I tried to really get into writing, and like I had no sense of what I was
that's
doing,
good.
and I was like working on my first chapter today. Really proud of the progress. I've just like, but like, didn't use any punctuation. Didn't use any
Oh, no.
capitalization.
No, that's why.
Horrible.
Dude, when I read those old ones, I literally think like maybe there is like maybe I'm not that ever destined to be smart because wow.
Was
wow.
I dumb?
And then dude, I see people post like their like statuses from around the same time and I'm like, you actually like had thought out
Complex
sentences.
thoughts,
Yes. And mine were like, go Eagles, Saints suck fat nuts. I'm like, oh my God. Ryan, no.
Yeah, and it's like
It's brutal too.
But here's the
I'm
deal.
the only person that comments to my brother, and he's like, "Why do you post on here?" And I'm like, "I don't know." Shit.
it's also that thing of like, do you feel like we were a lot less superficial?
I mean,
You had
Because
less
I think
of a.
we've come. Go ahead.
Well, you just had less of like.
a filter.
Yeah,
there was
used-
no
and it-
filter.
Just
You
say
didn't
whatever.
really know how it worked. Like, and now the way we used to use Facebook when we were in like 6th, 7th
Yeah.
grade is how our parents use Facebook now. Like, it's the same.
Or your grandparents.
Yeah, just post like, yeah, just made lasagna. Nothing else.
That's it.
Cool.
Not even a pic of the
Yeah.
lasagna.
No, just
nothing.
just that. Yeah.
the birds came to the bird feeder today.
Oh, let me plug
That
this.
It's like-
cardinal, he's really giving the blue jay a run for his money.
Well, they really have nothing else to do, to be honest.
No.
But let me plug your subreddit real quick. Old people Facebook. Holy shit.
I gotta pull up my dad's Facebook. This shit is
Hilarious.
funny.
So it's like that backslash is how it works.
Backslash old people Facebook.
It's so funny.
Dude, there are so like the funniest ones are when like somebody died and they'll
put
post
LOL.
something and they'll like one that I can specifically think of is like, man, my sister died and she was, you know, a big part of my life, whatever, like a nice big post, and then like the first comment is some old lady who posts like a happy dog like Facebook emoji, and then she's like, and then she comments to herself, she's like, sorry, don't know how to delete, trying to now.
That's like when people on Instagram have those auto responses, like where it's just like a bot that just says like, "Wow,
Oh,
wow,
yeah.
love your work,"
Yeah.
and but it's like a
someone's
sad
dead.
post about like your dog dying or something.
Love
I
this
just
post.
got divorced. Wow, love what you've done with the place.
Can't wait to see more.
Can't wait to see more divorce.
And what were we talking about?
Oh, sorry, I totally went off
Oh,
track
Facebook.
there.
So
Yeah.
like we were so like straightforward, no filter.
Yes.
And then we got to a place where we had to be so superficial about things and
Yes.
like make our lives look perfect. And I
Yes.
feel like we've kind of gotten back to the place like we were talking about where we realized that genuinity is that the
Mhm.
word? Is that a word? I don't know.
Yeah.
Genu
I
swine.
don't think that's a word.
Yeah, your genuinity.
Eugenics.
Genuinity? That does not
That
sound
doesn't
right to
seem
me.
like- how about being
The
genuine?
grammar Nazi. Where's she
Just say
at?
being genuine.
Yeah.
Where being genuine is the thing. Like we've kind of come full circle on that. Yeah.
You're right.
We
You're
were
right.
I guess it was
Or just-
genuine when. I don't know if it. I
When
don't
the
know.
Ram-
I don't know how.
Fuck the Rams.
If mine was genuine, I'm ashamed.
It was like genuine, but it was just like attention seeking.
I know. I would just say something.
I'm ashamed.
Jeez, I don't even want to get into it. Awful.
So that's what I regret, Carter. I regret just the horrible.
I don't feel like
just
I've come full circle,
unfiltered
though.
Shit.
Because I still don't. I don't post that much because I'm just like, unless I have something really to say, even if it is original, like, or genuine, I just don't even want to put it out there. Just like, I don't
Because
know.
you're too busy on Reddit.
Yeah, probably.
It does sometimes feel weird, like trying to find like how much
To
should I
share.
share,
Yeah.
Mhm.
or like if it's really personal to you, like should you share it on social media?
Yeah.
And especially for people like us who to some degree are trying to present like a professional
Yeah.
front.
Right. Trying to find that balance is hard.
Yeah.
For
So
sure.
being
There's a lot of
like
stuff I wanna
being
post that's
vulnerable
really
on
memey.
social media is difficult.
So, because the question it was like, what do you regret, right?
Yeah.
Ryan, what do you regret?
Dude, I don't got a lot besides the Facebook stuff, really, because that's like the darkest point. That's probably why I don't post stuff anymore, because
you have
when I
Vietnam
see that, I'm just
flashbacks
like,
to
yeah,
your
dude.
start.
I don't know. I really just want to keep my stuff. I want to do kind of what Carter's doing and just keep it like what I'm working on, and then eventually when I do start making other creative things
Mhm.
that are like independent creation, I will just post more
Sure.
originally, more frequently.
So
what I
Carter,
wanna do.
you said you had a story.
Yeah, you had a
revolving
Facebook
with this.
Inception story.
About why I made my Facebook. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I worked at a haunted house in
As
like
an actor?
as an actor
Oh my god.
in like middle
Professional.
school.
I
Sad.
did not see that.
Yeah. Okay. Because my dad worked there as like so he's a firefighter, but on his days off he
Lead
does
mummy.
He does lead mummy work. It's pretty intense. No, he does he builds shit and like.
Oh,
all that.
yeah.
Cool.
Anyway, so yeah, my brother and I and my cousins all worked out there, and I worked in the haunted house, and I was in like 6th grade, right?
Yeah.
So
Can you see this man being
Yeah,
a scary
I
6th
can.
grader? I can. What?
Well, it's all jump scares, so it doesn't matter.
True.
I mean, it's like, yeah, you like
Like,
drop
you,
a
like,
window
little
to like scream at
6
someone and get punched
Yeah.
in the throat. Like, this is fun. Getting paid $20 a night.
Oh my! A
it?
night?
Yeah, that's
Oh
what I
my
used
God.
to get.
Here's a crisp $20
like-
bill
for
for,
like-
your 7 hours of
Yeah.
work.
Yeah, it was
dumbass.
like 6
Breathing in. I'm
PM.
sure you're breathing in just like some toxic haze that is
Yeah.
just always
Ugh.
flowing.
It was like 6 p.m. to midnight, like every weekend
Oh,
for October.
$20.
$20 a day. Well, when you're in 6th grade, you're like,
In
I'm
6th
making
grade,
coin.
yeah. I would
bro.
get my paycheck at the end of the season for like $300 and be like, oh my god.
What am I going to do with all this money?
Okay,
Meanwhile,
so how
I'm-
did you start Facebook based
Okay,
on this?
so I'm in the haunted house,
You're fine,
right? And there's like this group of girls coming through, right?
Want to do impress
my
the girls,
age.
huh? Oh,
So, you know, I scare them, whatever.
yeah.
you know, I
As you
scare
do.
'em.
Yeah,
And
as you-
then they keep coming through, which happens a lot. You know, like people would
Oh.
come through a bunch and try to fuck with us.
Oh,
but-
really? I know.
yeah.
Damn, why did I never think of that?
Yeah.
Okay.
But they kept coming through, and then they started like talking to me a lot. And you're not supposed to
okay.
break character.
Yeah.
But
As
I
an
was a
actor.
6th grader,
Yeah.
so
You
you know,
didn't have your SAG card.
And
yet.
your
No.
and your character was.
I was like a zombie or something. I
Okay, a
don't
little
know.
zombie boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, anyways, eventually this one girl gave me her number,
zombie
right? And
boy's on his
that's
phone, like okay.
Probably the first and
number?
only time that's happened. No, that's not true. But that was the first time it happened.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
So then I like
It's not a myth. It happened.
I like texted her and she's like,
What's your Facebook?
yeah, she's like, I need to add you on Facebook.
You're like,
And I
what
was
the
like,
fuck
oh,
is
totally.
Facebook?
So then I just went and made a Facebook right there. Didn't tell my parents. They were like pissed when they found out that I
Really?
made it. Yeah.
Because you showed up and they're like, follow or friend this fucker. And
No,
it
they
was-
didn't have Facebook till like 2 years ago. But
Oh, wow.
anyway, so that's why I made it. Yeah, didn't
Did you-
go anywhere. Never talked to that girl.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. Well, could have
it
been
does.
forever friends.
But we are still Facebook friends.
Oh.
Your first one.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's she doing nowadays?
I have no idea.
This man's
I
got
don't-
thousands of
I
friends.
don't
You
keep
think
up
that
with
matters?
this individual.
It'd just be kind of funny. I don't know.
Yeah.
So what do you regret, Carter?
Yeah, I mean,
That.
yeah.
Breaking
no.
character.
First of all, yeah. No, yeah. I mean, I posted a lot of stupid stuff. Also, like, I used to be really into like airplanes. So
I've seen.
there's
these
just a lot
videos.
of like weird airplane content
Yeah.
on my Facebook
and YouTube.
and
Look
my
at
YouTube,
these rudders.
which is now
No,
private.
dude, that's cool
But-
though that you have that interest in aviation.
Yeah.
Like, I
So-
respect that. At least that's, like I said, go eat those Saints suck huge fat nuts or
Yeah.
something. You know, like God, Ryan,
Yeah.
is that really all you had going for you?
Did you guys ever use? When did you make your Gmails? I made mine in like 5th grade.
I made mine like 2 years ago.
I made mine probably 2 months before I made my Facebook.
Okay.
Because I was like, wow,
God.
email's a social media.
Oh, like
Yeah.
email or Gmail?
Specifically Gmail.
Oh yeah,
I
I
started with Gmail. I was smart.
Me
see,
too.
I started. Yeah.
Because Gmail
not.
used to be like a social media, like Gmail itself used
Oh,
to be like
Google
a social
Plus?
media.
You mean
Right?
Google Plus?
Before Google Plus, there was like
Ah.
I don't remember what it was called, Google Buzz or something.
Oh my
Really?
Yeah, like you would. It was basically you would like post statuses
Oh.
your friends would see and comment on them. It was really really
Send
weird.
me an email if you want to find out more.
Yeah, did you like have friends on there?
Yeah, it's like your Gmail contacts can like see your
That's
stuff.
odd.
And I have like a archive of it in my Google Drive for some reason, and it is so cringy.
They
gotta-
archived everything. Why didn't they just?
you
I
gotta
don't know.
send us that
Yeah,
shit.
I
Yeah,
gotta find it.
That's hilarious.
But so that was kind of my first social media experience.
We ready to go again?
Let's spin the wheel.
Let's spin
Alright.
the wheel.
It's down to Ryan.
So does it have to be me if like it?
Yeah,
doesn't
we don't
land
have
on me?
Casino Royale Pals this week, so go ahead.
Yeah, I was
You
gonna
want me
say
to
I don't
use
have
that?
another.
Oh.
Just go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Well, I never come prepared, but my
Why do I
question
keep
is.
inviting you back? That's my big question.
My question. That's the question. Let's talk about that for a little while. No, my question is, where do you guys see the future of social media going in terms of like
Ah.
personal use and like maybe something that you see an opportunity in the marketplace for like something to come in.
Yeah.
Or just like what do you think the future is?
So do you want us to talk about personally where we see our social media is going or the landscape of social media?
I was gonna say I'm more interested in the landscape of it, but that sounds kind of douchey.
Oh, well,
But
makes sense.
both. I mean, both obviously. You can say
Okay.
both. It's kind of a big question. I know.
I see.
But like you think about like kids who are gonna be growing up in
With this
yeah
shit.
with this shit already very developed and put together, and like kind of these big monopolies almost.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
These big corporations that I don't know. Is there gonna be even room for more social medias to emerge? Because
I
like
think there will be.
it's
There's
hard
gotta
to
be.
imagine though.
I mean, there's every year there's something like this year, like TikTok that like blows up. You know?
Yeah, but if you look at that, that's actually like 5 years old, maybe more. Because
TikTok.
it started as Musically.
Oh, really?
Musically got bought out by
Musical.ly,
TikTok.
yeah.
Yeah, and now it takes a long time for these to get big and
Yeah.
get traction.
I think.
But there's got to be another
now
format that can.
Yeah,
emerge.
that
I
can
don't think
emerge.
it's out of the realm of possibility for new things to happen.
Like when Snapchat came on the scene, like that was an original idea that
Mhm.
became new,
Well,
and
something
like
that I
no one
think-
had thought of that before.
Something I think might provoke change is there's a lot of censorship starting to happen on these
Yeah.
platforms where like they're banning like all the big ones just banned Alex Jones. Do you guys know who that
Yeah.
is?
Yeah.
Thank God,
Which
actually.
I mean, but thank God. Is that a thank God? Because although it might be harmful speech, this is also like a free speech issue. Like
yeah, that's true.
it's a First Amendment issue, I'd
it's
say.
kind of.
I mean, they're private
corporations.
corporations.
Yeah, it's a private corporation, so they have that.
But
right.
like
Right.
bad speech, let's beat it with good speech. Let's let all speech be. I mean, obviously we're gonna have to have guidelines in terms of services, but like
Yeah.
it's an issue right now that a lot of people. It's bothering a lot of people.
And especially like as a private company, it's difficult because sometimes there's a fine line between banning somebody and in accepting the content. Like I know, for example, like Steam, which is
Oh yeah.
is a company that is kind of like a marketplace for online games.
Yeah.
They recently had this big whole thing, and you correct us in the comments below and in the the pals.pen pals because I'm gonna be wrong here. There was a big controversy because they banned all sorts of shit that had anything to do with nudity in general.
So like games
yeah, they were taking these games off the marketplace, I believe.
from independent creators.
Correct. And as a private company, they have the right to do that, but there was some that was like supposed to be artistic, or there was some sort of like
Yeah.
meaning for that, but that it just got taken off in general.
That
And-
also like came up with like I can't remember if it was Facebook, but there was this whole thing about like photos of women breastfeeding,
yeah.
like those.
Weird that you're posting that in the first place. In my opinion.
No, I mean that's like a legit.
But that's their
like a
choice,
legit
like-
thing to post.
It's
Yeah.
not, I'm not saying it should be taken off. I'm just saying like, I mean, I don't know what context. How many pictures have you seen on Facebook that are of women breastfeeding?
I don't think it's that unusual. But
I don't
like
think it's
it
wrong
Would,
either.
it was
I
like,
don't think it's wrong at all. I'm just saying it's just kind of I don't know, kind of funny that you just see that in your timeline.
Sure.
I'm trying to imagine a post where it's like,
Yeah.
here's my baby. Like, okay.
I mean that's like a natural. I don't.
It's a
okay.
natural thing that we're not getting into this.
Yeah.
What the-
not
But
against it at
anyways,
all.
there
Just
was-
thought it was
general.
interesting.
Yeah, there was this whole thing where those photos were being taken down
Mhm.
because it technically violated the like nudity guidelines.
yeah, their terms of service.
And then they had to go into this whole. There was a whole podcast about this or
Oh,
episode
wow.
about it, but they had to go into like this whole dive of like, well, what
What is
if
and what
it's
isn't
breastfeeding?
okay?
Like, is one nipple okay? Is two nipples
Yeah.
exceeding the?
Oh,
It was like this
wow.
whole thing, and
There's a nipple quota.
so it's. I'm not saying it. It's like very difficult to create those guidelines because there's so
Yeah.
many specific cases that are going to come up.
And
Yes.
I've listened to a podcast with Jack Dorsey, who's like the CEO and one of the founders
Mhm.
of Twitter, and he's like, tailoring a terms of service to be fair and kind of hold everybody to the same
Yeah.
accountability. And the terms of service is such a challenge
because
it-
everybody's different.
yeah, and there's just a huge gray area for what can be allowed and what can't.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
enforcing that is a huge challenge. But I'm just afraid that one of these big platforms is really gonna mess up in a big way, and then people are gonna leave. That's how I can see an opening for a new social media, like
Oh.
YouTube, especially
Oh,
with all
sure.
these
Yeah.
adpocalypses that they're having,
Yeah.
Mhm.
which is basically these independent creators who are producing content that isn't offensive or vulgar or outright bad, are getting demonetized, not having ads put on their videos because YouTube's flagging their videos as inappropriate, even though
There's
some
no
of them-
reason
and then
for
as
it.
soon as that goes, that's how you make your living.
Yeah.
So if you're depending on that revenue every month and it's so inconsistent, you just can't. It's not
There has to
sustainable.
be like a new platform
There-
for those
yeah.
people.
And that's why a lot of I've seen a lot of YouTube stars or people that post stuff on YouTube. They go to like an outside third-party source like Patreon to make their money.
Yeah, that's a lot what most people are doing.
Because it's like YouTube, you have to get your shit together. That can't be this inconsistent. It can't be this sporadic on what is okay and what isn't.
Yeah.
And your guidelines can't be changing every 2 to 3 months like they are. Like, how are we supposed to, like, it's crazy.
And they're not talking with the creators about those changes. They're making them all in-house,
like,
corporate.
really?
Corporate.
Are you?
Yeah.
So you're talking about where we think that stuff is going to
I mean, it's just crazy because social media is never not going to exist again.
Oh, that's true. It's like it's like any kind of modern form of entertainment you can really think of. Once it's here, it's here.
And not only
we just
that,
evolve from that.
It's like a historical archive of people. It's so weird. Wikipedia in the future might just be like, okay, like look at their Twitter account or look at their Instagram. It's weird.
Look up
and
Ryan
with, like,
Hovland's
with the
Facebook.
amount of data being
Go Eagles. I'm not saying it again.
I was trying to trick you into it.
Yeah.
like not only the stuff we post, but the amount of like data that's being collected about each of us.
Yeah.
On all these platforms, like it's crazy to think like how much information there will be about us forever.
Yeah. It exists until all of the databases are just blown up in the meteorite that hits Earth.
So when Fallout 4 becomes reality,
such a good game. But yeah, I know. I mean, it's just it's weird to think about though, because its totality will just exist as long as we're here. So.
Let's talk about personally where we want to see our stuff go.
For sure.
For me, I got like a couple. Like I've got 2 accounts I got to think about now. I mean, Mitchell, thankfully, God bless him, takes care of a lot of the house stuff.
Thank you, Mitch.
But I think it's going to be cool to see once we start moving into other facets and different shows, seeing that stuff get posted and having, especially, okay, if we're talking PALS social media specifically, I can't wait to see community involvement more and having people that have no idea who they are and who each other is in real life, but because there's something that ties them together,
that's
that they
really
can communicate and have a friendship.
And that's kind of your whole.
That's a whole goal.
That's your whole goal.
That's a whole goal.
It's special.
For me personally, I want to be more genuine and like post more of the stuff that I'm doing, post more about the work that I make in my career, as of whether it's as a filmmaker, whether it's as a comic, whether it's as a writer, like stuff like that. See, like post more about that, but have it still be genuine, like we were talking about. I also want to be better at it because I'm so like sometimes I'll post.
How do you think you get better at it?
I think it's like a thing. Like you hear stand-up comics, they talk about the only way to get better is to just keep doing it.
Yeah.
And you don't get better unless you just keep doing it. I think it's
like
the same
consistency
thing.
is really
exactly.
important.
I think it's the same way for social media. Like you just gotta fucking do it.
You gotta care about it though. Too.
Oh,
If it's gonna be consistent, it's gotta be something you care
Right.
about.
And that's where, not to take this back to where we started, but that's where like being genuine comes in, because if you're not, then you're just gonna
it's gonna be
lose.
so
you're
hard.
posting the posts
You're never
and
gonna
it's
keep
not
up.
worth it.
Yeah, it's
never
not
gonna keep up with it.
So that's where I want to see myself go. I want to be better at it, and I want to see a community kind of grow because of that, I guess.
Yeah, that'd be really special.
I think that'll happen.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Hopefully.
I love going on podcasts, comment like down in the comments and just talking with people about whatever they're talking about.
Right. And the fact that, like on last episode, when Michaela drew us fucking Robert as a human being.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, go check the Twitter.
You haven't seen that?
Oh, I don't have a Twitter.
Oh, you're a loser.
Shit,
I think it's
I
on
am
the
missing
Instagram.
out.
I think it's on the Instagram, but Michaela Wadzinski, love her to death.
She's incredible.
She did fan art of Robert
That's
as
so cool.
like a
Yeah, it
naked
is so cool.
man. Like it's hilarious. It's actually my phone background.
Can I see it?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
It's him and he's standing there and here, I'll just pull up the picture.
Oh my god.
And he said, what is he saying? He's saying like,
I only saw like a snippet of it. Oh,
this show couldn't run without me. And he's angry. He has a mustache.
he's a bald man.
Did she literally draw that during the show?
No.
Okay.
She did like, she took time out of her own day to do that.
He's
she's
wearing
a busy
the wheel.
He's wearing the
around
wheel.
his neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a mostly naked man.
That's the only thing covering him is the wheel.
Hey, listen.
Barely
it's all you
covering.
need.
It's all your. It's a personal choice.
Damn! Shout out Michaela. She's awesome.
I know, and it's just like stuff like that, and hearing people like at school, like we're in the lab, and they're like, "Did you see that?" And I was like, "Yeah, wasn't that fucking tight?"
Yeah.
Just stuff like that.
That's cool. What about you, Carter? Huh?
I'm like trying to. Well, I wouldn't say I'm trying to, but I've been thinking about trying to sort of limit the amount of social media.
Oh,
I'm
so you're trying to
consuming.
go. You're on the
opposite
opposite
direction.
End of the spectrum.
Not necessarily the amount I'm sharing, but the amount I'm consuming.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Oh, got it.
Like,
I'm on that same.
Yeah.
Same bandwagon.
it's not to say I want to be like working all the time, but I really feel like I'm missing out on sort of like experiencing like reality,
The world.
I
as
know,
opposed to
I know.
like being on my phone. So
It's crazy.
it's not like it's like the biggest problem in my life right now,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
it's
It's definitely there.
when I get my weekly thing and it's like you spend like 5 hours a day on your phone.
Like, great.
I'm like, it's not the worst, but it's really not good.
How are my eyes feeling?
Yeah, seriously. Right now I'm like going blind. I'm having this ocular migraine actually.
Oh, I get those too.
No.
That's the worst.
Where you
feeling
get,
in the
like,
world.
a dead
There's like a
spot.
spot that's just blurry.
Yeah, I'm like, there's a
Ugh.
spot on the wall, and if I look at the right place, it disappears.
Yeah.
Well, it's not my wall's fault. It's your
I used to
I
get those
think
a
it's
lot.
it's actually the caffeine and then the light.
Well, you know what?
Blame the
Can't be
studio.
perfect.
But no, as far as like my social media presence, like yeah, I want to keep pushing to be more genuine and sharing stuff that means something to me as opposed to trying to cater
Yeah.
to like an audience. So
Trying to please other people.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of what I'm on too.
Yeah, where do you want to go? What do you want to do?
I don't really care about, posting that much. One
You want to
thing-
get more karma on Reddit.
Yeah, actually, that I compete
I'll
with
give
my
you those
brother kind of
upvotes.
Really?
because I follow him, so I check his. Yeah, give me those upvotes, Carter. When I check his and I see how much he has, and then he's just involved. If you get involved in the community, you can really get a lot of karma because like if it's niche enough and you know enough about it, like people will like that,
Could
like
we-
a video game or something.
Could I start like a /
Oh, you could.
PALS?
Yeah, of course you could.
Oh, that'd be
You
tight.
could that's a lot of people do that,
I think I'll get on that.
dude, for sure.
I'll post the first thread and it'll be like, hey, did you guys hear episode, what is this, 12?
12? Oh my God, it's 12.
It's amazing.
Shit is 12. But
So,
I
keep going.
also,
Where do you wanna go?
I've been wanting to start a YouTube channel for a long
Yeah.
time.
Teased it.
Long
I've been
time.
talking about that forever.
For a long time, but it's so tough with school and with working
Mhm.
and to find but you kind of inspired me to.
I did.
Yeah, cuz dude, you're out here doing this which takes up a lot of time, a lot of editing, a lot of preparation but you get it done and you're still, hanging in school.
Halfway alive.
Yeah, you're still
I'm half alive.
you still
the
have
band.
a GPA,
It
whatever
hasn't
that
fallen
may
too
be.
bad.
But since it's my last semester, I don't know if I'm gonna wait until, not my last semester, second to last semester, but my last busy semester.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna wait till the end of the year to start it, but I've been collecting ideas enough and doing enough research on what it takes to start a YouTube channel, not just to post shit, but to actually market yourself,
Yes.
find the best way to grow, find the best way to make content that people will be able to find,
Mhm.
because that's all super important when starting. If you just post and post and post, and it doesn't appeal to anybody, then you're gonna have the same amount of time trying to grow than the person who's prepared coming into it. That's what I believe, at least. We'll see
Yeah.
if that comes
Yeah.
true. But yeah. So I feel like with a game plan, starting it, we'll see what happens. I told you a little bit about the
we
ideas.
talked right, which we won't spoil
Yeah,
here.
no, we don't.
But
wanna reveal 'em.
I'm proud that, or I guess I'm more honored, I guess, that I could be this very small part of making you do it. And I told you this the other night. I really want to see you do it, and we
Yeah.
talked about it. And I think it's a great idea. I think Carter can agree that we think it's a great
I
idea.
don't know if I've told Carter about it.
Carter doesn't even know. He just needs to know that he knows it's a
You've
good
told
idea.
me a couple of your YouTube channel
Yeah.
ideas. But
There's different series, which I think is super. I'll just say
It's
that
important.
there's the biggest channels on YouTube right now are all doing series.
Yep.
They're doing like PewDiePie. Like I'm not copying him, but the way that he does it is that he has like 4 different series that he does on a weekly basis. So
Yeah.
he'll do a certain video on Monday, a certain video on Tuesday, and
Oh,
it
okay.
he doesn't necessarily put that in the title, but like when you watch it, like what
yeah,
What
which
you're
series
getting
you're
into.
getting.
part it is,
One called
yeah.
Pew News. It's where he just talks about
the news.
internet news and like just gives his he actually doesn't give his own opinion because he plays characters like he doesn't play, he plays himself but he calls himself a different name
Yeah.
Right.
and he acts like he's not. It's just funny, but series are super important, so that's kind of what I'm looking to get into, and the rest I really don't care about
I think what also is really cool
at all.
is like you have your main series, and then people do seasonal shows
Yeah,
where they do like a run of like 10 episodes or whatever that are like focused on something. Like kind of funny, they do one called Cooking with Greggy, and it's Greg Miller, and he's like actually ever since I don't know, but he's been doing YouTube and podcasts for like years, and about halfway through he started like finding himself very interested in cooking.
That's so cool.
And so like on his Instagram he's always posting about cooking
Chefing
stuff.
up.
Right, chefing up, and he always puts hashtag cooking with Greggy. And then they made a show out of it, and it actually did fucking gangbusters.
I mean, if you already have like that platform and that
Might as well
following,
use
like,
it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna find another audience. So
Yes.
Exactly, just growing even more. That's so cool.
Like I had an idea for today. Who knows if this will ever happen? But if we did a show called "Painting with Pals," and it was a Bob Ross inspired like spin-off show.
that's just super shitty.
Yes.
Well, that's something you talked about is kind of creating some more content with PALS. Is
Oh,
that
yeah.
something that you've talked about?
Oh
Or-
yeah. And there's stuff that like I'm keeping kind of
Low-key.
right? Because I mean,
sure.
we've talked. PALS Plays the next big thing. That is
Yeah.
the thing that is going to come to your ears and eyeballs here soon.
I mean,
the
if you-
official announcement. Right
Yeah.
here.
Well,
no,
I mean,
it's been.
It's been a couple weeks. But
I mean, if you're gaming in your free time, might as well game on camera for
fuck yeah,
people's enjoyment, right?
might as well make the people happy. Give the people what they want.
I'm
Yeah.
excited for that. I suck at gaming, but I'll participate.
Oh,
There
I'm gonna
needs to be
kick your
one
ass in
awful
Mario
person
Kart.
on every week. Like,
Oh, we'll bring Carter on.
yep, I'll be on. Oh wait, if we're playing Mario Kart, I'll fucking smash you. though.
Oh,
Oh,
is that a
dang.
threat?
People, yeah,
Damn.
People
I'm,
underestimate
I'm
Cardi
good
B.
at Mario Kart.
How are those,
I'm
how are
not gonna
those
lie.
games going to be determined? Or is it just like
I think
whatever?
it'll be like I've got a list of games that I want to play.
Bro, Facebook poll or Twitter poll? See what people want to watch. What do they want to
Yes.
see be played?
Like okay, so like real quick, I think the top things are like Smash Bros.
Dude, which one?
Oh, the newest one.
No.
N64.
Yeah.
Oh god,
Or-
that'd be crazy.
No,
I got
GameCube's
N64.
pretty good. Too.
Or yeah,
GameCube
Melee.
Melee's type. Mario Kart is always a good send.
Yeah. Rainbow Road, I would just get pissed. I really get mad.
I know.
I get
Have you okay?
mad.
The
Yeah.
new Mario Kart has a 200cc, which is
Yeah,
like
it's
so fast.
insane.
Holy
It's fucking
shit.
ridiculous. But there's other games. There's other multiplayer games. Like
Well, you just got it. Do you have multiple consoles?
oh yeah, we've got a PS4. We got cancels. We got cancels right here. We've got like I think Fortnite would be funny as hell.
Oh,
Oh,
my
God.
god.
Just a bunch of bad dude.
Yeah.
Just
Dude,
bad.
I would get destroyed.
Right? Well, I want to. I've talked to my brother Hunter about this because the
Yeah.
kid is fucking good at Fortnite.
kills?
Oh, he slaps, and he knows it. He plays for probably an hour or two, if not more, every day,
Good lord.
and just grinds.
Why is YouTube channel?
I
Hunter,
tell
YouTube
him
channel.
this. I tell him this.
Make
how
it-
many
make-
how many Fortnite YouTube channels are there?
Oh, millions.
Good God,
But-
ridiculous
but-
amount.
Make your unproductive time productive.
And that's what I told him because he's got a voice for it. He's funny. I
He
think
watches
he's funnier
he watches
than I am.
iDubbbz, so he's definitely funny.
He watches items. But yeah, that's what's happening next.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be tight.
I think it'll
Okay,
be really fun.
let's wrap this shit up. So the
Yep.
next
Sick.
topic is, or segment, God, I'm so bad at this, is Pen Pals. We do have a submission this week. Yes!
First submission.
No, we had submissions last week.
Oh my god,
Fucking
damn. Well,
jerk.
that
Peeking.
shows I didn't
Yeah,
tune
it
in.
shows you didn't
for
tune
that.
in.
Well, I have for the other ones, but I did.
You're busy. You're busy.
Yeah,
We're all busy.
Oster, was it the Osters one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you reveal
good
who
one.
this is from or not?
I
guess I don't know how this.
yeah, I mean, we can't. I mean, unless they say not to, then we
give
don't.
him a code name.
Codename Kids Next Door.
Yeah.
This email is from Codename Kids Next Door.
Hated that show.
He says, I'm a computer engineer on campus, and I love your podcast. Can't wait to
Hey.
see you grow in the future. Would love to see a video version or something similar in the future as well.
Mhm.
I would for sure watch. Keep it
Agreed.
up.
Oh,
Love,
that's really nice.
Codename Kid Next Door.
Goddamn.
I guess we really
Number
should
2.
start asking if they want to be read out loud. I mean, I think that they would say if they don't.
I don't know. I would say I would say keep it anonymous.
Yeah.
keep it
You don't want
anonymous.
to
Give
dox
him a
them.
name like George Michael Jones.
George Michael Jr. So,
That's
thank
really
you.
sweet though.
Yeah, I know, right? Thank you,
That's
Codename
great.
Kid Next Door.
So he goes to the link. Yeah.
He goes here, Lincoln.
UNL?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
I agree with him. Video would bring it to another level.
Well, don't
sure.
worry, mother truckers. It's coming soon. Can't
Yeah.
tell you when,
DVD.
but it'll happen. So, speaking of Patreon, you can support us to help get the video version of this show, Pals Play, a new studio, etc., at patreon.com/palsbeanpals. You can also be just like Codename Kid Next Door and be a part of the mailbag, the
Yes.
Pen Pals, by emailing us your comments, your wishes, your hopes and dreams. your bank account numbers at
Some smooches.
pals.penpals@gmail.com.
And can they submit topics or questions for discussion?
That'd be great.
Cool.
Fucking full send.
Do it all.
Why not?
Yeah. Spam it.
Yes. Pen pals is a random thing though. Keep that in mind. So if we
What do
get
you mean
like
random?
third, like if like it's the things we just kind of like pull them out of the mailbag
yeah,
randomly.
For sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you never know.
You never know.
Here's the deal.
Send it.
If you got $1 a month, what are we spending our
Well,
money on? I'm spending $4 on Starbucks.
The
Yeah, I
tier,
was gonna
it's
say,
a
I'm
$2 tier. It's
spending,
not a
like-
$1 tier. It's
Can
a
you
$2
can you do
tier.
$1 if you want?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think you have to follow the tiers.
Really, you have to follow the tiers?
I mean, if you don't
That's
want to
some
get
bogus city.
for an extra $1, if you at $2, if you don't
But
want
still,
to eat,
$2
thank
a
you.
month, that's not very much. I mean,
I know.
That's half a
what-
cup of
like,
coffee.
come on.
yeah, I'm
I
spending.
know you're spending your
I
money.
spend
I know you're
$10 on
spending your
coffee.
money on way more nefarious things.
And the thing,
Nefarious
things.
Like,
Like, I have some
Ace.
subscriptions that cost more than that.
are they nefarious? Like,
Yeah,
to
oh, you
what?
betcha.
Right.
What are we
You
talking
betcha.
here?
We're
GQ?
talking a lot.
GQ.
We're talking.
His
oh.
fucking Chipotle subscription.
Well, just say you can't find this stuff on Reddit or Twitter. We'll
Oh
just say
my
that.
god.
We'll just say
No, stop.
after
You're done.
Tumblr went out of business, we needed some new
You're the
material.
worst.
Man, this sounds illegal.
But for $5 a month, Ryan, which I know is what you're spending
Wait,
on
can
your
I get some more? Can I get some good stuff for $5 a month?
Oh, for $5 a month, Ryan, you can be a part of the show by we'll tell you the topic that we're going to talk about. We're going to put your name in a random name generator. We'll fucking randomize it.
Yeah.
And if you're selected, you can ask a question as the Casino Royale of the week. We'll put you on the
Any
wheel
question? Any question?
Any
que-
question?
regarding the topic. Regarding the
It
topic.
has
So
to be
like,
about the topic.
huh?
It has to be about the topic.
Well,
if
yeah,
it-
because then we'll just like if we're talking about if we're talking about dogs on this show, and you ask a question about cats, that makes no fucking sense.
But they are the winner of the
Yeah.
thing. So
But they want to be a part of the show specifically. Don't
Yeah.
let's get
That's
out
true.
of here.
All right, yeah, I agree. Okay, cool. Well, that's interesting. I'll consider it.
Oh, thank you, Ryan.
Maybe.
what if we donate at the $1,000
Tier.
You will
Dear.
literally. I'll put your name on a goddamn billboard. How's that sound?
deal?
Thank you guys for joining me.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course,
I
dude.
think
I had
that
a
was a
great
good
time.
This
time.
is great. Good discussion.
Super
Yeah.
fun.
Yes,
Super chill.
I like this. I like this little dynamic. We'll get this happening back on here again.
Yeah.
I'll kick
Thanks
your
for
ass
having
in
us.
Mario Kart.
Oh, let's go do it right
Yeah,
now.
we should do us on the Pals play.
Yeah.
Right.
Is that what it's
Oh,
called?
bring
Pals
this
play, yeah.
with some cameras so they can see me
See-
kick your guys' ass.
See you cry when I
I will,
stomp you.
dude. I might throw. I've broken a TV before.
Oh
Well, that's
my
that's
God,
a different
don't
story.
break
for
the
it,
new
yeah.
TV.
Yeah, that's a different story.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to the 12th episode of the PALS podcast. Be sure to catch us on the next one. Catch us on social medias at PalsBeanPals _ Twitter and Instagram, or just Pals on Facebook. And remember to just smile a little smile, because things always will get better. We'll catch you on the next one. My name's Parker Rao, your host for the PALS podcast. Have a splendid week, yes? Yes?
Nope.
Cheeky devil.